Purchase your tracks today.
Keep that grass cut when you banging in the streets. They call you pussy cause you say you don't like beef. You trying to be a good guy, but they want the rage. That's why they smacking their hand up against the cage. You trying to grind, trying to get a little cheddar, but now they banging at your front door with Berettas. They wanna hate, they never wanna see you shine. They wanna see you in the casket, real drastic. We all kings and queens, let's get the cream. But instead they wanna take another man's dream. Martin Luther and Yo, what it is, what's going on world? It's your boy Mike on the up and coming show Breaking Bread. As promised, I'm gonna have some new faces on here, so I'm glad and delighted to have my big bro on here. You wanna introduce yourself?
Yo, it's your boy D'Amico, aka Blackface, Bushwick, Brooklyn. Dark Side family, peace and blessings. Happy to be here.
Appreciate you.
Definitely happy to be here.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you,
Thank
bro.
you for having me.
Appreciate you. But the subject we're gonna be speaking on right now, you know, it's gonna be a spicy one. I mean, a lot of people have been putting in their 2 cents, so you know, I wouldn't be me if I didn't put in mine.
Everybody.
You know, everybody, exactly. You know. So I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with what happened at the Oscars. You know, with the whole Will Smith and Chris Rock thing. You know, Will Smith slapped the shiznai out of Chris Rock.
He soft slapped him. He actually soft slapped him. He smacked fire out his face.
He soft slapped him.
He love tapped him. He ain't smacked fire out his face.
Stop doing
it. His face, it would have been different if we would have smacked fire out his face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fact.
But a smack is a smack.
That's a fact.
Actually, even just a slap, because a slap is a little less than a smack.
Yeah.
But still, it was done on
national TV.
International TV, actually.
Exactly.
That's the sad part about it.
Yeah, so we're going to speak on that. And also, I kind of want to chime in a little bit on the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp situation. So I want to chime in on that too as well, you know.
It's my dude too, ever since 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, you know, I fucked with Johnny Depp, son.
Yeah, I told you, Pirates of the Caribbean.
That was everybody's
one of
movie,
my
though.
favorite series, Pirates of the Caribbean. No bullshit.
That was everybody's movie, yeah.
And I literally just found out that he made a lot of that character himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he poured himself into that character, brought life to that character, mannerisms and all that type of shit. You know what I mean? And then for Disney to just knock him off over a hearsay, like he said, which what most of us go through.
Yeah, we all go through that. We all
innocent
go through that.
Until proven guilty is what it's supposed to be. But he was guilty until proven innocent. And
there you go. That's unfortunate.
And they stripped him of. That's bad. That's bad. It ain't supposed to go down like that.
So I want to ask you a question.
What's up?
In your personal opinion, as far as the Oscar situation, why do you think Will Smith slapped Chris Rock?
Wow. I think he slapped Chris Rock.
In your personal opinion, yeah.
I didn't even put myself in those shoes specifically, but why do I think he slapped Chris Rock?
Yeah.
In all honesty, I kind of feel like, well, you know, they have the table talk.
Oh,
they put all of their business on the table.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, I guess maybe they didn't understand what was going to snowball from that. But when you put everybody in your business, everybody has opinions.
Yep.
And even though you're Will Smith and you're beloved by everybody in the world, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to cut you down. So he been taking hit after hit after hit from all angles and social media, probably from people that he know personally, people who were so-called friends, probably took their hats off and their masks off, and he seen who they truly are and all that. You know what I mean? And this is a night that was supposed to be his night. He's about to get his first Oscar. He didn't get it yet, but of course, everybody knew he was gonna
Gonna
get
get an
it.
Oscar.
You know what I'm
they
saying?
knew that. They knew that.
So, well, I guess now I'm finding out that, you know, him and Chris Rock were more industry associates.
Oh, got you.
They
got
weren't
you.
friends.
Yeah.
Because now that you look at all of the videos that I ain't even know Chris Rock talked so much shit about Will Smith, yo. He been talking shit about Will Smith for years, bro.
That's a fact. He was.
You know what I mean? And I didn't know it.
That, yeah.
But when you see the compilation, it's like, holy shit. Like, damn, Chris. And that particular moment when he talked about his wife, people be like, yo, he laughed at first. I mean, how many times?
I was about to say that shit.
How many times we laughed at first and then went off? Because we laugh at first, but then that shit sink in. You got to think about how many times that shit played in his head in just a few seconds. How many times did that shit play in his head in a few seconds? For
him to react the way he did, yeah.
And then he like, I'm tired of this shit. And he just got up and he did it classy.
Yeah.
He was classy.
He went like this with
He was classy about it when he did it. He wasn't on no rah-rah shit. He wasn't on no hooligan shit. He calmly walked up on some Bugs Bunny shit. You know how Bugs Bunny take his glove off and be like, psh, psh. Basically, that's what he did. He slapped him. There wasn't a reaction back. He turned around and walked off.
All right.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. You know what I mean? But I think it has to do with how beaten down he has been.
Yeah.
Think about it. Over like the last 2 years,
it's been crucial.
He's been beaten down from and talked about and hit from so many different angles.
Yeah.
And I know he came into this night feeling like he's on top of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And this dude goes and make his wife a butt of one of his jokes.
Yeah.
And it ain't no telling what type of abuse. It seems like he takes at home.
Yeah.
And for him to not stand up in her honor, he might have had hell to pay for that. Mm-hmm. We don't know. It's just assuming
speculation. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you want to go to a happy household, and I bet you
he probably did it that night.
That night, they probably rocked out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though she still didn't back him up to the world.
Yeah, you heard
she backed it up to him that night, though, probably.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But you heard what she said, though, right? She said that she didn't ask him to do that, and she didn't need him to do that because she can defend herself. Mm-hmm. That's what she actually said.
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah.
But what she said is true. But sometimes, you never know somebody's going to take something.
We going to back it up to Red Table Talk about, what she said about the entanglement that she had with August Alsina. The question I have for you, why do you think she brought him to, that wasn't not national TV, it's like, like a little Facebook thing they do or whatever, but it's still, people see it. Why do you think that she did that?
It's international media.
Yeah.
It's international. Her Table Talk is international media.
Yeah.
So it's for the
world to see.
So
why do you think she did that, though? In your opinion?
I honestly don't know. I don't really have a who decision was it to bring that to the table? Was it hers or Will's?
Will's, yeah. That's a good question.
Do you know whose decision it was?
Nah, not at all. I didn't really get that deep into it. But I'm pretty sure.
Because I at first it was said that Will felt the way and made her talk about it. But since then, more dynamics of their relationship have
started to come out.
And you see how she is the one who seems to be making those type of decisions.
Yeah.
Like you see a video where she asks him a question and she's recording him and he's like, yo, don't record me without letting me know you're recording me.
Yeah.
So who's controlling the media part of their lives, of their relationship? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know who made that decision to do that. But if it was Jada's decision, some people found out She was like, all right, fuck it. They know about it. Let's
So
talk about it.
Yeah.
Since they know about it, let's talk about it. Let's get this out. Which I ain't even gonna front. In an aspect, I respect them talking about it because it shows how two adults, two people who are married can sit and really have a conversation about what has been happening within a relationship, whether it's infidelities or whatever the situation is, to be able to sit down and talk about it. I'm a big personal communication. So I know a lot of people learned from that particular table talk.
Yeah.
That people got something from that, and it probably helped some relationships. But then it's the other side of the coin where,
man,
you know, Will looked silly, he looked foolish, he looked like a sucker, and all this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Levels,
it's like, yeah, that shit.
Me personally, man, like, I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm about to really, like, not go berserk, but I gotta, like, really voice my opinion. My whole thing is, I understand we are in the age of social media and stuff like that, but it's just like I have those core values of whatever happens in the home stays in the home.
What happens in these walls stays in these walls. That's how I was raised.
Yeah, so you already know. So it's like, you know, for you to bring it, because, like, in my personal opinion, maybe, like you said, Will could have been the one saying he wanted to speak about it. But the way this guy was looking,
I think it was Jada.
yeah, like he was looking like he was. I thought he was gonna die on the front of the damn camera.
I'm thinking Jada probably was like, "Look, nigga, I'm gonna talk about it. Either you gonna be a part of it, or you gonna let me tell my side of the story, and I'm gonna take it wherever the fuck I'm gonna go with it."
Yeah.
So you went in on this. Sit your ass down. Talk to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, he looked sad. He looked broken, bro.
Yeah.
He looked broken during that video, and that's my man. I fucking love him. I hate to see him in that situation. You know
to see another black man like that is hard. Even to see another black woman like that is hard.
Yeah, I don't like either or, bro.
Or being hurt
I don't
in the
like
equation,
either or.
exactly.
I got a lot of homegirls who go through shit with dudes, and I got my mans that go through shit with females. I hate to see good people go through shit, period. You a good person. It's funny how good dudes find the wrong bitches and good females find the wrong niggas.
Yeah. That's how
You
it
know
goes, man.
Like when they say opposites attract, look, y'all motherfuckers need to start looking for somebody who is just like you.
Yeah, son.
Because that opposites attract shit, it don't always work out, man.
All right, I'm about to say something. I want to know your input. I feel personally, like I said, this is opinionated, so whoever gets mad. I don't give a shit. Just want to put that out there. But I feel personally, in my opinion, that she used his name to bring light to her Red Table Talk, because, you know, no disrespect to Jada Pinkett Smith, I didn't even know she had a talk show or whatever you want to call it until Will was on there. Then I was like, oh snap, I didn't know she did this, I didn't know she did that. So I think, in my personal opinion, she used her husband's notoriety to bring her stuff to the forefront. How do you feel about that?
Well, actually, if you think about it, it's just like any podcast or any TV station or any TV show. They do things for shock value to gain ratings. So she knew what that episode was gonna do for her table talk. I didn't look at it, but if you look at the numbers, I wonder what table talk she has that has the most views.
I guarantee
I'm sure that one is up there.
It's up there. Yeah, that's what I think,
you know
too.
What I'm saying? Man. So yeah, it could be that.
Like, that's how I feel personally about the situation. I feel like that's what it was, because, like, people like me and you know what I mean? I don't think we would, like, bring our significant others, you know, on national TV to tell them, oh yeah, I fucked your friend or I fucked your homegirl.
Hey, look, I'll tell you this, right? Anything me and my wife go through, I don't have my ring on, I lost weight, but I'm married. happily.
You hear that?
Happily,
Hashtag,
you know what I mean?
he's happy.
A word. But anything me and my wife go through at home, we go through that shit at home.
Mm-hmm.
I don't tell my family about what me and my wife argue or beef about. She don't do that either. I mean, at the end of the day, my family always feel how they feel about me.
Yeah.
I forgive my wife for whatever, but they might not.
That's
I don't need those type of relationships
Mm-hmm.
to have, you know, that type of energy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, you know what? Shit ain't none of they fucking business anyway.
Thank you between me
You know
and
what I
my
mean?
wife,
It ain't
son.
none of y'all business anyway. I love y'all, but keep your shit to yourself, man. Everybody be having conversations with their friends at work, which really just your co-workers.
That's
Call them
it.
your friends, but they're your co-workers.
Exactly.
With your friends on the block, which they just really niggas from the block, you know, shorties from the block, you know. If you really did a serious inventory, you'll find out who your real friends are. Most people talk to people who not their friends about their personal situations with their significant others, and they wind up giving them bad advice. And they give them advice that they won't even follow their fucking selves. You know what I mean?
Brother.
Like they'll sit here and
Preach.
tell you to jump off the roof and fuck him. Yo, fuck that bitch, son. And meanwhile, they sucking up more bullshit than you dealing with in your fucking life. They shit is worse than yours, and they not walking away from it, but they'll sit here and tell you to walk away from something that's fucking priceless. You know what I mean?
Word.
You got a whole family, kids, house, cars, and all that shit. Yo, fuck him. Walk away from him.
Yeah.
And it don't even be that fucking serious. Most of the time, two people sit down, they communicate. I talk to you, you talk to me, I listen. She listen. We figure this shit out. Alright, you know what? My bad, babe. I didn't know.
That's it. Yeah.
Won't happen again.
Yeah.
And vice versa. That's how it's supposed to be. You know
Let
what I
me ask
mean?
you a question. You a relationship coach?
Nah.
Because you spitting some bars. You spitting some bars. Like you got me like I'm like this, like what you said?
I ain't
Say it
ready
one more
to
time.
but hey, look, all I could do is talk from my experiences. Not only my experiences, but shit, I have real deep conversations with people that I know, and this derives from those conversations. Because a lot of times, you know how often people break up without even having a fucking conversation? When you ask them basic questions like, yo,
so I know
what happened? What she did? Da da da. You like, yo, I don't even know.
You see, you
I
don't
don't
even
even
know.
know.
You mad, but you don't know why
You
you
know
mad.
what I mean? Or, oh, I think she this. I think she that. Well, if I say this, all he gonna say is, so you think he's going to say that. So you're acting off of what you think this person is gonna say, or how you think this person is gonna react.
Yes.
Without even having the actual conversation. Like, we create movies in our fucking heads.
And we're not even
We create movies, skits, commercials, TV shows, all kind of shit in our head. You know what I'm saying?
This guy.
But yo, it's like,
This guy right here is
play
on
the shit
point.
out in real fucking life.
In real time.
You know what I'm saying?
Play that shit out in real time.
And you gotta ask real fucking questions.
Mm-hmm.
Babe, yo, other night, you said this. When you said that, it made me feel like this. Why did you tell me that? Because I've been fucked up ever since. Well, I said that because, well, I did that because of this. I ain't know that at the time. I was just thinking this. And you get to a place of, okay,
The common ground.
now we understand where we went wrong. All right, so let's figure out. Let's not do that shit again. You know, let's try not to do that shit again, because a lot of times shit will happen again.
Yeah.
But we sit down and work on it again.
Exactly.
Figure it out again. You know what I'm saying? When you married, you work at whatever the fuck is wrong. however many times you gotta work
on
on
it. You gotta get
what the
worked out.
fuck is wrong. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But it
yeah.
has to be true communication. Without true communication, or we get, I mean, shit, man, shit don't work. You know what I'm saying?
It don't. It
Shit don't work without true communication. You could be living, you could be married to, you could have kids with a total stranger, because neither one of y'all really know each other. You know what I mean? And that happens a lot.
Yeah, it does.
That happens a lot, bro.
It does.
People.
All right. So, you see everything that you said. From everything that you said just now, I feel, in my personal opinion, that Will Smith and Jada do not do that. Because if they did, I don't think it would have got that far as being on national TV. Because I feel like something is missing in that relationship. Because a lot of people would say, oh, you know, but Will Smith cheated. Because they were saying, you know, when he did Hitch with Charlize Theron, that he was doing his own thing. Which, you know, in actuality, you know, that could be the issue. But it's like Will Smith wasn't on Extra and said, do you mind if I have my wife on there, your wifey? I had sex with Charlize Theron at such and such, blah, 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 blah. So I feel like everything you saying wasn't going on between them, because if it really was, fame or no fame, your money is my money is your money. So why would I want to sit up there and game my money to embarrass you?
Well, I mean, that all depends, because, like, from the outside looking in, we really don't know what conversations they had.
Yeah.
They could have had the greatest of communications, and she's just a puppet master, and he's just sitting there with her hand up his butt, controlling what he do.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And he's complicit with what's going on. He's just like, all right, look, if you want me to do it, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So we don't know if that's the case or what. We just from the outside looking in, you know what I mean? So
all right, let me
I
ask you
really
another
don't
question.
know, like, if that's the case with that. You know what I mean?
But I just feel, you know, in this day and age, we're in a era where roles are switched. Like, you know, back in the day, you know, the man was the head of the household. He was the one, you know, providing, doing everything, and the woman was the one being at home. I feel personally now the roles have changed. And I feel like personally they changed because of feminism. Because to me, my definition of feminism is you can do what I can do it kind of thing. So it's like equal opportunity for men and women. And I feel like certain women took that to the next level of basically saying, I don't need a man in the house to do boom, boom, boom. I don't need a man for this. I don't need a man for that. I can do it by myself.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So I feel personally that's where the roles were being switched at, because essentially you need a man and a woman, period, to run a household properly, in my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but my whole thing is like, there are some core values that a mother can teach to a child, and there are some core values that a father can teach to a child. Because, like, for example, a mother can't teach a boy how to be a man.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And I'm big on that. And like, for example, with a father, with a daughter, a father is supposed to be an example of the type of man that daughter should love when she gets older.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, I just feel like the whole feminism aspect put division in the household. You understand what I'm saying? If that, you know, makes sense to you, what I'm saying. That's just my personal opinion.
I definitely hear
and
where
I
you're coming
feel that's part of the reason why, it could be part of the reason why, in my opinion, Jada did what she did. You feel what I'm saying? To basically say, I don't need you. I'm going to say whatever I want to say about you, however you feel. Who gives a fuck?
I don't think that's why
it could
she
be,
did.
in my opinion.
I don't think that's the reason.
So why do you think it is?
That she did what she did. You know what I mean? As far as feminism, I mean, I ain't gonna front. I really do feel like females could do everything that a man could do.
Yeah.
I mean, as a human being can do what a human being can do. That's how I feel.
You just won over all the women
but
just
now,
now by just saying that statement. I'm just letting you know.
Huh?
All the women gonna be like, yeah, tell him, let him know, yeah.
But in one aspect, a woman cannot teach a man how to be a man.
Mm-hmm.
Only a man can teach a boy. Only a man can teach a boy how to be a man.
Yeah.
Because a woman, she can teach traditions, core values, respect, self-respect, respect your elders, and all that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But as far as to be a man, that can only be taught by a man.
Yeah.
Just like a man cannot teach a daughter how to be a woman.
Exactly. I was going to
You
say
know
that
what I mean?
too.
A man can't teach a daughter how to be a woman. A woman can only teach a girl how to be a woman. You know what I mean?
Yep. I was saying that same thing too, man. We
Most
trying to get in the
definitely.
camera, cat. Get out of here. She trying to get in the camera.
She pretty.
All right, so we got Will Smith and Jada Red Table Talk, right? We got DJ Envy's wife saying that she faked orgasms
That shit hurt
for
my
25
heart when I
years.
heard that
So
shit,
she
man.
says.
That hurt my heart when I heard that shit.
We also got.
She really definitely said that shit.
Well, that's what I seen. Like, everything is speculation. Like, you really cannot believe anything until you actually physically hear it. So did I physically hear her say that? But there are a lot of articles saying she did say that.
Reputable articles?
Yes. I've seen one from TMZ that said that. I seen one from...
yo, bro. The way Envy talks about his wife...
Get out of here.
...is like my high school sweetheart, my first love, but we still together. I still love her. Like, we was... Like, to have that love
for somebody for so long.
For somebody for so long.
Yeah.
And it seems like he's in a place where his love continues to grow.
To grow for her. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, it's from the outside looking in, and I only see him on The Breakfast Club. On The Breakfast Club. I don't see him outside of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you know, a couple interviews here and there, he spoke about his relationship with his wife, and they even had a little... Didn't they have a podcast or something like that where they did something talking about relationships and all that type of shit?
Yeah, I believe so. They did. Yeah.
But for your wife, for his wife to tell the world, I've been faking an orgasm for 25 years.
That's harsh.
Yo, bro.
That's harsh, yo.
I would not be surprised if his dick does not get hard anymore, son. It's like, yo, like, I failed. That means he failed for a quarter century. He failed in life, bro. You know what I mean? For a quarter of a century, he failed in life. Like, this is...
You failed in life, bro.
No, I'm not saying you failed in life, but if she's saying that, it's like...
How does that make him feel as a man?
You know what, too? That goes back to communication.
Mm-hmm.
Because when it comes to sex, how do we learn each other? We feel each other out and we talk about our likes and dislikes, what we want, what we need.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have these conversations.
My God.
We have these conversations with people who we just courting, just dating. But to be married to somebody and not pleasure them in that aspect, all I can say is maybe she's physically difficult to get to an orgasm, but maybe she still felt good. Hopefully her body was still pleasured in some kind of fucking way, whether it's physically, emotionally, maybe his dick spirited her in some kind of fucking way, you know what I mean? Without her particularly orgasming. Because, you know, that type of shit can happen too. This person can enjoy sex without orgasm.
Yeah.
So elaborate on that, Miss Envy, if you want to. I'm saying, elaborate on that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you dealing with that shit, how many other females is out there dealing with that shit too? Like, look, encourage the conversation.
Exactly.
Because a man should not feel like less than a man in his own home with his wife. You know what I mean?
But another important question that I have for you. I remember I told you we got the Will Smith and Jada, the DJ Envy and his wife, and also the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation.
Oh, yeah, Johnny
Depp. So what I want to ask you is, why do you think women are using social platforms to display their problems that they're having in their relationships?
Shit, sometimes just to be heard. Couple reasons. I mean, to be heard. If you grew up and nobody was listening to you, nobody gave a fuck about what you was saying, what you was feeling, what you was going through. It's a lot of people sitting in that chair where their lives don't matter to nobody. Now all of a sudden you become famous. Now you have a voice. Now you have a platform. Now I can be heard. And some people like to be heard in a positive light. Some people go the other route. You know what I mean? I don't know. Well, it's on audio. Where she was telling him, ain't nobody gonna believe you, ain't nobody gonna believe I'm fucking you up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You heard it, right?
So okay, so alright, so you really are abusing this dude.
Get out of here, man.
You know what I mean? So you really are, and she took advantage of the fact that she's a female and a famous female.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, he hasn't, when it comes to that, he's guilty until proven innocent. You know what I mean? Which it shouldn't be that. But, man, shit, man. The social media thing, people just want the attention. And some people get it by any means
necessary.
By any fucking means, man.
That's
and that shit is sad. They don't care who they step on. They don't care who they destroy. All they care about is me. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, women do that shit and don't even care about the blowback on their kids. They kids gotta go to school and hear about what they moms and pops is going through. Imagine, bro, we dealt with bullying when we was kids, but what type of shit is that when you in school? And if your kid is a sucker, they getting bullied and they talking shit about your moms and your pops. And you gotta sit there and take that shit. So you wonder why all these kids be on fucking drugs and all this antidepressants and anti-suicidal medication and all this type of shit. You know what I mean? Because that shit come from their fucking parents, man. But their parents cause a lot of that fucking trauma, bro.
They do.
But I just, a lot of that shit.
To be honest with you, man, I just feel, in my opinion, that it's very unfortunate with social media, because I remember when fucking Facebook first came out, you know, the slogan was to stay in touch with friends. Now it's like, you know, people are using the Facebook to air their dirty laundry, you know, but also on the flip side, they're using it to...
Everything evolves into something different. When I first got on Facebook, I was with my man, right? I was with my man, Jaquel, right? He's sitting there, and we in his crib, we smoking, we drinking, and he on the internet having a good fucking time. I don't know what the fuck he doing. I mean, I don't know what we was watching, whatever the case. But then when he got off, he was like, yo, I just got off the phone with my cousin from Haiti. I ain't seen him since I was 5 years old. He was with my other cousin. So he got in contact with his cousins from 5 and 10 years old and all of this shit because of Facebook. I was like, holy shit. I wasn't even familiar with MySpace.
Let alone Facebook.
Let alone Facebook. You know what I mean? I didn't know nothing about that social shit. I just learned how to text message. And I had to do the 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 for the letters at the time. You know what I mean? So it was still months later when I opened up a Facebook page. And like, no boy, I swear to you, within 10 to 15 minutes of me opening my Facebook page, I got a friend request from my baby sister, Vashti. And I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, my mom, like, how she even knew? Well, I don't know how she knew. I must have just popped up.
Yeah.
I specifically opened up my Facebook to get in touch with family.
Mm-hmm.
And it's ill that my sister was the first one to request
Of course,
me.
yeah.
And I was just typing in family names, family man. I was just sending requests, and then I was like, people I went to elementary school with, junior high school. I'm just typing the names. I seen my man Marlon, that's my big brother.
Yeah.
I went to his page and I seen he had friends that I know. I was just sending requests.
Yeah.
Anybody I knew, I was just sending requests like a motherfucker, and that's how I got on Facebook. But I specifically got on there to connect with
family and friends. Exactly.
A lot of my Holcomb family that I reconnected with on Facebook. I'm talking about this second generation. My elders that's on there. My grandfather's siblings that's on there.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you a question though. I always wanted to ask you.
What's up?
You know who Corey Holcomb is? The comedian?
I know the comedian Corey Holcomb. I don't know if he related to us or not. I don't know if he related to us or not. But he sound like a family member, that's for sure. Cause it's a bunch of us.
Yeah.
His comedy. Yeah, it's a string of my cousins that can sit on the stage and do the same exact shit, bro, and not give a fuck.
Yeah. Just
He's unapologetically himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of my family that's like that. But Corey, D'Amico Holcomb, Corey Holcomb. I don't know if you my cousin or not, but peace and blessings, man. Whoa, I love your comedy.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But I just feel it's sad the way this world is, and the way how relationships are going. It's unfortunate. You understand what I'm saying? Like, why can't we bring it back to, if we got a problem, we gonna speak about it? Like you said earlier, sit down and communicate. Everything is a Facebook or an Instagram post. Oh, my girl got on my nerves, or my man got on my nerves, or my girl did this, or my man did that.
Yeah.
Like, you're basically inviting all types of energy, and most of the time it's going to be negative energy when you posting shit like that. Like, I just feel personally,
well, it always go both ways, positive and negative energy.
Yeah.
A lot of people not built for the negative, so some people will gloss over the positive energy from the post and get stuck on the negative energy. And that's what be causing depression and all that type of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if people, they start paying attention to the positive feedback, you know what I mean? It kind of counters the negative a lot of the time. But like I said, bro, it goes back to communication. It's also parents communicating with their children, teaching their children. Like, when you have a mom, if you have a mom and a father, who within a household, if they communicate well with one another, the children 9 times out of 10 will learn how to communicate well with others too, and most likely their significant others, and there will be an understanding of, like I said, what happens in these walls stays in these walls. And not everything needs to go on social media. A lot of times when people go on social media with their relationship stuff, is most of the time that they haven't been taught well how to handle relationships. Some of them really don't know what to do. And they be like, you know what, let me ask the world. And then they ask the world, and you get a lot of good shit, but then you also get a shit cloud.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, shit, man, it just boils down to communication, man.
All right, one last question I have.
Your kids are mimic. Most of the time, your kids mimic
everything they see.
Like you said earlier, a daughter will look for. Father is a daughter's first love. She'll look for her father in a man. And sons, the same thing.
With their moms.
You know what I mean? But if there's not a connect
right
with
about
the parent,
that.
if there's not a connect with the parent, shit, man, it's like your kids wind up fucking with wild cards. Turn out to be anybody. You know what I'm saying? and they don't know what the fuck to look for. That's how people wind up lost.
Yeah.
In and out of relationships and all that shit.
I'm a testament to what you're saying, bro. So you right about that, man. You 120% right about what you're saying, son. But one last question that I have: do you feel that Jada Pinkett, Amber Heard, and DJ Envy's wife, do you feel that they were justified in going the way they went about saying how they felt about their partners? Do you feel it was okay for that?
Saying it, yes, but to the world, no. Everybody needs somebody that they could talk to. Like, me personally, right? Look, shit me and my wife go through, that's nobody else's business. That's literally between me and her. That ain't for me to tell my brother Skip, pardon me, my brother Charles. It's not for me to tell. That's not for them to know.
Yeah.
But some shit, I be like, yo, son, why the fuck? And I can say it, but I might have one or two people who I can say this to.
Confidants, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to tell the world what problem I have with my wife so the world could chime in. Because half the world gonna tear me apart and half the world is gonna tear her apart.
Yeah.
And that's just social media.
Yeah.
The quicker people learn that shit, the fucking better.
Yeah.
It's gonna be split. Anywhere between 60-40, 50-50, it's gonna be split.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
The quicker people learn that shit, the better. Because why the fuck you want the world in your relationships anyway? You know what I mean?
Thank you.
But some people just want the attention so bad.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They'll accept 60%, 75% bad just to feel the 25% good.